Hi everyone, today me and my friend we are presenting a presentation on a logic probe. Basically in further we are talking about the function of the logic probe, and we are talking about a different kind of logic probe like we can buy it from the market. So what is logic probe? So the logic probe is a handheld test probe used for analyzing and troubleshooting the logical state of a digital circuit. Or like as such, logic probe are very basic form of digital tester, only able to do a test the state of single line, but they can be useful in many applications. While most logic probes are powered by the circuit under test, some devices uses batteries. They can be used on either TTL, that means a transistor logic, or CMOS, that means the complementary metal oxide semiconductor. So logic probe like integrated circuit devices such as 7400 series, 4000 series, or a newer logic families that support their similar voltages. Modern probe like most modern logic probe typically have one or more LEDs on their body of the probe, like an LEDs to indicate the high logic state, and a LED to indicate the low logic state, that means 0, and LED to indicate changing back and forth between low and high state. The pulse detecting electronic usually has a pulse stretcher circuit, so that can even short pulses become visible to LED. So you can see here like they both have advantages and disadvantages too. So the first advantage is kind of like they are very low cost and very easy to use, and the disadvantages are like a very rough measurements, because like these are very basic and cheap, so they don't you shouldn't expect much from them. And the other thing is a poor display. Yeah, that's true, because in a logic probe like they have more than one or two LEDs, but they don't have any a digital display on the probe, so that's a disadvantage too. So here you can see a digital type of a different type of probes. Like you can see here the two type of probes. They made by a same company. The company name is Alcano. So the first model is like the model LP-535K and the model LP-525K. They both made by the same company. They probably both have the same functions, but there's a lot of different things in between them.
Hi, my name is Geso, and there is a working schematic of logic probe in front of us. My friend already discussed about the two logic probe which we have, but now I am going to discuss about the model LP-535K in brief. This logic probe will be built using a single chip, and the chip is 4011 NAND gate. The chip consists of 4 NAND gates, and being it's composed of NAND gates, it's work very well with logic inputs. So it's a great for building a logic probe since it is composed of logic probe. In this project, we will use 3 out of 4 NAND gates. Using 3 out of 4 is sufficient for building a logic probe. And the component needed for this logic probe is 4011 NAND gate chip, green LED, red LED, and 2 resistor of 470 ohm, and one power source and one speaker also. So this is the main difference between the two logic probe, that is speaker, and we can see the speaker here. And the other thing is that in 535K there are lots of inverter which is connected in a long range, you can see there. But if you look out at 525K, there is not enough inverter, there is only 4 inverter.
So, and one more thing. So for assembling all the parts, it will gonna take around it depends on you. If you want to do it in a one day, it hardly going to take only 1 to 2 hours, like to meet all the circuit assembly and everything by doing testing each and everything. It's gonna take on 1 to 2 hours, depends on you and your speed and your skills.
So our next slide is about the theory of operation of LP-535K. The Elanco model LP-535K logic probe kit is convenient and precise instrument for use in the measurement of logic circuit. It displays logic level high or low, sounds high level, and the voltage transition down to 10 nanosecond. To detect the high and low logic level, the LP535 used two inverters, U1A and U1B. One inverter drives green LED and the other inverter drives red LED. The red LED light when the input voltage is more than 50% of the supply voltage. The function of switch for TTL and CMOS level input signals make up the special circuit on the basis of transistor from U2 and the additional components. The output of U1A and U1B are connected to differential circuit C3, R3 and C4, R7. These differential circuits select signals when the least signals are the pulses, when the input signal is high and the oscillator is started and the frequency through switch S1 passed to the speaker. So the working voltage need for this is 4 to 12 VDC. Current composition maximum 5 mA and 5 voltage. Frequency response should be over 50 mHz and input impedance should be 1 mega ohm. Supply voltage protection should be 50 voltage AC or DC. Switch selectable audio inductor high level. So this slide is about the price of both the logic probe. If we discuss about LP-535K, Elanco LP-535K is discontinued product now because of its low sale and many other problems. But the LP-525K is still available in the market. We can buy them. So every company have different price for them. So you can see here the price of Amazon online shopping. So it's $396. You can buy it. It's a good product, and there is a different price at the DZ Key and many other site for this product. That's it.